happening. Yeah. So first, I just want to put out there that corporate it's a $1 enrollment right now. So that's new, starting today until the end of the month. It is $1 to enroll. People still get their $10 off with the code GIVE10, and resets are still $89. So there are a lot of savings. I actually have $1 right here because I was taking a selfie to make a post about the dollar sale, but that's it, $1. So that's big. Wanted to make sure everybody knew about that. There is another messenger event this Thursday, 8 o'clock Central. Book club tonight is shortly after this call at 8:30 Central. For the messenger event Thursday, Brittany, I don't know if you want to volunteer to run it. I don't think anybody has volunteered yet. But Bridget has asked if somebody wants to volunteer because she will be busy helping like somebody locally with something. And okay. I said I would, but I was like, if somebody else wants to do it too, like they can, because I've done it before. So I don't know if you want to, but if you do, you can do that. And then I just wanted to do a few shout outs real quick. Obviously, Anya, I wanted to say congratulations to you and your first VIP. That is so very exciting. So congratulations, because that's awesome. Kathleen also got her first VIP, and way to go, Brittany, for helping those ladies do so. Jen, which she's not here. I'm surprised she's not here. She might pop on here shortly. She signed up a new level 1 and a new level 2 all in the same day. So I wanted to make sure congratulated her. Gina signed up her first VIP since I'm not sure when, but she did it. She shared a cart with her. I helped her go through those steps. So very excited for her. It sounds like the woman is really excited as well. And way to go, Gina, for sharing and being consistent. She's consistently been showing up on social media lately, and her friend saw that. And then Karen also brought on a new VIP today with a reset and has a plan in place to help her get her welcome pack. I think even next week they talked about. So very exciting there. And then I'm just going to move right into something that Brittany and I have been working on. I'm very excited to share about, and it is something called onboarding. And I feel like that is a term that like I didn't quite get it when it was first said. And I'm like, onboarding. What are we doing? What does that mean? Who are we boarding? Like, what are we boarding? What are we doing? So essentially, onboarding is when somebody signs up with you. You have brought them on, and there are certain steps that we would recommend you take to make sure that they have a good experience. There are all sorts of onboarding systems available to anyone in network marketing. You could Google it and find all sorts of options and things to do. We've even have a couple of others on our team and whatnot. But Brittany and I put our heads together to talk about like, what does onboarding mean? What are the steps that we take? What have we seen that's been super successful? What have we seen that has not worked for us in the past? And we came up with some simple steps for onboarding to really focus on the customer, not so much focus on us and how can we get them to share, right? That will come when somebody has a good experience and when they get good results on their products. So we really wanted to create some simple steps for you guys to follow. If you would like I said, this doesn't mean this is going to be exactly what you do. This is just what we have kind of come up with that has worked well for us, that we would recommend, especially if you're new. I wish I had these steps when I started. I wish somebody presented them to me in a way and explained it how I'm going to explain it to you guys tonight, because I'm 4 years in and we finally have a good onboarding system. So this is focused on getting our customers good results with the products and having a really good customer service experience, because I am a customer service freak. Like if I go into somewhere and I don't feel like they have good customer service, I will walk out, because why would I spend my money on that? You know what I mean? So we want to set people up for success. So I'm going to screen share and hopefully it will work tonight. Last week it did not work. So I will need y'all to tell me, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Because last week it was just black. So this is the steps that we have come up with. So if you bring on a new VIP, right, the first thing that we recommend doing is inviting them into the Guts and Grace Facebook community page. Maybe you've already gotten them in there because you tagged them in a few testimonies, right? That is like step number one. Get them into that group. Feel free to claim that group as your own. When you are talking to people, you can say, I want to get you in my resource page. Don't say my friend Allie's, don't say my friend Bridget's, don't say my friend Brittany's, don't say my friend Karen's. That is your page. You are totally allowed to claim that page and own that page and utilize that page because it is yours to use. That is what it is there for. So we always want to get people in there because we are constantly putting testimonies in there every day, daily, or product knowledge. There's always things going in there. So they're always going to have a notification for the group. Maybe they go to it, maybe they don't go to it, but it's going to be there. They're going to see that. And we want to make sure that we are welcoming them in the group. There is always a welcome post for each month. I'm a big fan of making a quick graphic with their face on it. Sometimes I'll go through their profile pictures, pick like, their best one, in my opinion, put it on the graphic quickly. I will write on the graphic, like, welcome Connie to the Guts and Grace community, or whomever, welcome to the Guts and Grace community. Sometimes I'll put like the month, but it doesn't need to be fancy. Just make a quick picture. If you need help with it, I can help you with that, or your upline can help you with that. Put it in the comments, but having a graphic with their face on it, they're going to feel seen. And when you welcome them in, you can let us know and we will all go and welcome them. Right. So that's just one quick step that makes them kind of like feel our community, especially when we go and we can welcome them in. And it is something where if you have been chatting with this person one-on-one in Messenger and you've gotten them to sign up and you welcome them in, it's a great way for your upline to be able to see like, oh, I need to send them a friend request and can quickly comment on there. Like, I'm part of your support system. Like, I'm going to send you a friend request. So glad you're here. So it's a great way to like build a community and connect people. Like, so simple. So the next step would be to introduce them to your sponsor in a three-way message if they are not already connected. Because again, that's going to build community. Your sponsor can share a little bit of their story, how they're super excited. You can always fill your sponsor in on their issues if you need them to say something super specific. I have gone to Bridget before and said like, hey, I need you to really talk about eczema with this girl, or I need you to really talk about how you're not bloated with this girl, right? Or I need you to talk about how it took you, 4 months until you saw this. Just little pieces like that are super helpful so that we can make the conversation valuable to them. So introducing them in a three-way message and then asking the magic question, which if you haven't already done this, your upline can do this too. And maybe you're new and you're learning how to like ask the question, but the magic question is, if you love these products, do you think you'd be telling people about them? That is it. Just get it out. On the phone is best because they can't ignore it. If you don't say anything else after that, they have to reply back to you. They can't just ignore that. In a voice message is also great as well. And, lastly, if you have to, you can type it out, but I would recommend either on the phone or in a voice message. And the point of this question is not to be like, yeah, let's post right now. You know what I mean? The point is you may get those people who are like, yeah, absolutely. If I love them, I'll tell people about them. Put that in your pocket. Make sure you know that, right? And then you can work with them in the next few days about possibly getting a post up, right? Or talking to them about who they might know that could benefit from these products, kind of thing. Or they're going to tell you their objection. You're going to uncover an objection by asking this question, and then you will know how to move forward with them, what kind of things you want to be saying to them. You can watch a few trainings if they give you a specific objection, which is typically like, oh, I don't think I could ever sell things, or no, I don't want to do that. Like, you're going to find out if they believe in network marketing, if they don't believe in themselves. Like, you're really going to be able to uncover the main objection with that question. And that's the point of the question, is to see kind of where they fall with that. So definitely I would screenshot this. I will also put this in our team chat as well so that we have it, but remember that question, because it has made such a difference in getting people to share, especially because if they say, yes, I'd be telling people about it, they've already got that in their head. Like, they've already said yes. So it's kind of like a subconscious thing, right? So then the next step is to send them to our team website to look over and let them know that they can reference this anytime, and make sure that they know about Pivotal and perk points. So when I say our team website, I want to show you guys, I created a website, and it's not as technical as it sounds, promise. I literally did it on Canva, but this is a website that we can now send our people to from the jump. Like I wish I would have had a website like this to send my people to when I got started, but I put it all together. There's a quick 5-minute welcome video. You can see I just watched it before I got on the call to make sure I liked it. But this is it. This literally has everything that they need. And I've put it together in like a simple way. It is easy to look at, right? They can click here and they're going to go to a flip book that has all of the guides for getting started. So they can find, if they got, a welcome pack, that's one that Plexus has, they'll find their getting started here. You may need to obviously type up their own if it is, like a custom combo, but that will take them there. If they're starting with reset, they can click here, and same thing. They have a flip book here that they can look through all about reset. And I want to say in here, yeah, you can click the picture too of each product. And that is going to bring them to that. I did not make these flip books. Like, please don't think I am that technical. This is something that I got from a different group. I did not make these. I just put the link in to take you to them. Okay. So there is that. And then this is a updated video. I just recently updated this because the last one that was here, she talked about some products that we don't have anymore. So I figured I should probably change that up a little bit. And this is Brooke Hemingway. If you guys don't know who Brooke Hemingway is, she is a double diamond in the company. So she has gotten to the top of the company twice. She is a former ICU nurse, fitness instructor, and her husband is a doctor as well. So she's a great person to point people to. This is a quick video, and just, helping get them set up for success there. I also have linked the Guts and Grace community here. So they'll click that and that will take them to the Facebook page. If they're not there yet, they can join that way. I recently added this page about the Plexus Go app so that they know that that's available. They can download that. And these are all things too that you will totally get used to telling your people about, but it's all here in one place as you get used to it. Because they also can earn perk points through here. The only thing I don't have on here is a specific page about perk points, but I think that is something fun that you can fill your people in on. You can be like, oh, and guess what? Like, you want to get free stuff? Like, here's how you get free products. Like, keep your subscription on, download this app, go through all the steps in there. You know what I mean? So you'll get used to people filling people in on that, but the app is new. I'm still getting used to telling people about it. So I wanted to make sure that I had it here at least as well. This one is a page about earning their product, covering the cost of their product. So if they are curious, they can click here and it's going to take them to another site. Hold on. I'm sorry. I have to get water. I'm like, so I'll be right back. My water.
Yeah, this website is super, super useful. And I am still getting used to like directing my people to here and reminding them like this is available. But literally, I mean, everything she's talking about with the onboarding too is right here on this page. So it's like, sometimes if I forget, like, oh, have I done this with them? I can always refer back to the website and be like, oh, no, let me go make sure, So super, super convenient.
Thank you. Sorry, I was like, yeah, so if they are interested, or maybe they had no clue that that was a thing and you're still like, I don't know how to talk to people about that. If they see it on the website, like they can click into it themselves. And if they are curious, like I put in here examples of like what a post might look like. And that if they don't want to do something like that, that we can help them come up with something, how to invite, that we have events going all the time, right? How to get your people connected to your upline, right? And the steps to make sure that you are commission qualified. So that they can click right into as well. And then this one down at the bottom, I think is super important for people to know about how to manage your subscription. I do not recommend managing people's accounts. It is too much to put onto your plate, especially if you're busy and you have kids and you have to manage your own order. Don't take on other people's orders, okay? And you want people to realize like what they have signed up for, how to give them control over their account. Like, they need to be the ones to go in there and figure out how to change things. You can absolutely like walk them through it. I have a girl that I've been on the phone with 2 times now while she's getting used to changing her subscription, but I'm not doing it for her. I will get on the phone with her happily and, build the connection and have conversation with her and walk her through those steps, but I'm not going to do it for her. And she's finally like, okay, I think I got it. I don't think I'll need your help next month. But she also has the website now that she can reference back to. So that is that. Very excited about that. And I will put the link to this also in our chat. So we have this. I did create this with the intention of like the whole large team possibly using it. So everything is very like guts and grace, you know what I mean? So that anybody under Bridget could use it. But I'm definitely going to put it in our chat. I would definitely recommend saving it, putting it in your notes, like just having the link in your notes and whatnot, so that you've got it. And that was step 4. So step 5 is a VIP intake questionnaire. Sending your VIP a intake questionnaire if you have one. If you're like, what's that? That sounds like a lot. What is that? You can have your upline send it. Brittany and I both started incorporating this after we saw a training where we were like, oh, that's really smart. We should do that as well. And if you don't know how to do it, or you're like, oh, I kind of want to do that, I also have a training on how to make a Google form, because that was something I did not know. And I made Brittany teach me how to do it. So it is a Google form. I think I still have it up here. No, but we can get to it. Don't judge my emails and how many are in there. Cover that up. But anyways, it is a Google form. So this is something that we have worked into, like this is part of our onboarding system. We will send this out to people. Like, Gina, I have this set up to go out to your new girl tomorrow. So she will get this and she can fill this out. And this helps us figure out where they are right now. Like, are you drinking enough water? Do you take medications? How's your bathroom habits? Do you crave a lot of sugars, carbs, and unhealthy foods? Right. And now this right here is great because it says you've already purchased your welcome pack, but do you have another $260, $130 a month to devote to your health? Right. So we're asking very specific questions to see where they are. And if energy is an issue, are you open to clean caffeine option? So a lot of times I like to send people a sample of active after they've gotten their welcome pack. I don't really send out samples like, try this. I more so utilize samples as like, once you order your welcome pack, I'll send you a sample of something you didn't order so you can try it as a thank you. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just something personally that I have found is a better investment for me, is to send them out that way. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll give someone a sample if they're like standing next to me and I know they're going to take it. But a lot of times I've given out samples and they end up in the bottom of the purse or something. So I like to use them as more of a thank you. We ask about their nutrition, if they drink coffee, how much sleep they're getting, the 3 biggest changes that they'd like to see over the next 3 months. If they struggle with staying consistent, because some people do, and they don't say that to us. They're not like, hey, by the way, I struggle being consistent, but here they will either say yes or no. You know what I mean? And then, do I have permission to hold you accountable to sticking with this long enough to get the results? So if they're ever like, oh, I'm going to turn my order off, or, oh, this isn't working, we can go back to this and be like, okay, I have to point out, like, I just have to keep you accountable of what you told me in the beginning. And you can go back to those 3 things that they wanted to see change, right? Best way to get a hold of you, any concerns or hesitations. And then this one right here. So this is a great way, sending these out to kind of drip the business on them without being like, I don't know, spammy about it, I guess. I don't know how to say, but grabbing 3 people to do this with you gives you $300 to $400 cash, which pays for 3 months of your products. Do you have any friends or family not feeling their best who you think might be interested in learning more about how Plexus can help them? They're either going to say, yes, I definitely do. Let me think about some people, or no, I do not know anyone. So if you want to set one of those up, I can show you how to do it, or Brittany can show you how to do it. But we both send these out to our people as they join, so that we can also get their dosage right, and knowing their bathroom habits, if they're drinking enough water, all of that kind of stuff is super important because we want to make sure we're getting them good results. So sending something like this questionnaire is going to help us get them those results that they're looking for. So that is something that you don't necessarily have to incorporate that, but it is something Brittany and I talked about. We were like, how do we put that on here? Like, how do we recommend doing that? Because it is something that has worked well since we've started to incorporate it ourselves. And then step number 6 is making sure they have a regimen, which they can also find that on the website, or you can type something up for them, right? Like I have a girl who got started with a custom pack. So I just typed up for her real quick, like how I would recommend her taking the product. So she has that. And then asking them again, how do they prefer to be contacted? Is it going to be Facebook Messenger? Is it going to be text message? Is it Instagram? Is it email? Like what's better? And how often would you like me to be checking in with you? I will tell people like, we're going to need to be in touch pretty closely while you're getting started, but is there a day that's best for you? Or something like that, figuring out how they want to be connected and contacted, and then respect what they say. If they say that text is better, text them. You know what I mean? So hopefully that is helpful. That is something that I honestly wish I had these steps as I first got started and would have incorporated them. I can't say looking at that, like, Anya, I know you are brand new, and I don't know if that is like, oh my gosh, that feels like a lot. Like, I don't know if I would have incorporated it right away, but I'm just saying it's there. And if you're like, okay, tell me about this a little bit more, tell me about this a little bit more, or I like this, I like that, you can totally make it your own. Those are just the steps that we have found to be pretty successful with most people and get them those good results, because getting them the results that they're looking for, they're going to be far more open to sharing when the time is right, because you will get people who you sign up and you can ask them to share. And then there's people who are like, listen, I want to take it, but I don't want to sell it. I'm not going to go ask those people if they want to put a post up. I'm going to respect them, get them results, and then like circle back to it a little bit later. Like, do you know anybody, or inviting them to events and seeing if they have anyone that they want to invite, that kind of stuff. So that is all that I have. Brittany, do you want to add anything, or does anybody have
Yeah, I
questions?
was just gonna add for that onboarding, like all the steps too, like don't feel overwhelmed, like that has to get all done in one day. Like that is not a checklist to do in one day. Like that takes several days getting into. Like I think my questionnaire goes out like 2 or 3 days after they've ordered, after I've said hello again through text message. Yeah. So I just want to say, like, don't be overwhelmed, like holy crap, I have to do all that today type of thing. So yes, but that was super helpful, and I agree, like finding success with these steps, oh, there's a head, sorry, has been something that we have both found useful for both of us.
Hi, Bryson. What's up? Yeah, definitely. That's not something that you have to do. Like, you don't have to do all 6 of those steps in a day right away. I personally send the website first, and then I send the questionnaire next, like, within a couple of days apart. So yeah, that's not something to do in one day. It is, you can spread it out and figure out what would work best for you or make the most sense for you, or if you need to write it in a planner or whatnot. But that is what we would recommend. So I wanted to just make sure I shared that with you, because again, it is honestly something where I wish I would have had all of that and been able to like execute it earlier on. I feel like I would have been able to retain people a little bit better, because that is what it's about. Like, it's easier to keep the people you have than it is to bring on new people. So taking good care of your people and getting them the results that they're looking for is going to be one of the easiest ways to keep them.
Yeah, and the customer care comes with time too. Like, I'm 2.5 years into this now, and I feel like I'm finally just really getting comfortable with this system for my customer care too. And I feel like I've tried many, many different things, right. And again, I finally feel like the steps I take are working. And you can go back and kind of check that based on your retention, based on how many people are staying, and seeing those numbers and seeing that the percentage increase with your retention rates is obviously proof that what we're doing is working, right? So
yes, exactly. All right, well, does anybody have any questions at all on anything? Gina, I want to make sure you heard, I said it in the beginning, but they have $1 enrollment right now. Okay, So yeah, if you have anybody that you have been on the fence with, or they're on the fence, or they were in the event, maybe you can go to them and be like, hey, oh my gosh, I don't know if you saw this. But that is all that I have. And I will put the graphic in our chat. I will put the website in our chat as well. And I would honestly just save both of them to your notes on your phone. Like download the photo, save the photo, put it in your notes, put the website link in there. So you've always got it. And you can also add your own notes and your own steps to it if you want. And like Brittany said, you don't have to follow it exactly. We're not saying like sign someone up, do these steps. We're just saying, hey, this might be helpful. This might work out well if you do follow these steps. So that is all I have. It's 9 o'clock my time. So I'm going to get off because book club is starting in exactly a half an hour and I need to prep for that. All right. Bye.